Hello friends and viewers, my name is Charles Basallo here at Nutrition 101 and I am back, and of course you can find me now on Instagram and I just want to make a quick video about metabolism. I spoke about that in the last video, how to speed it up, but there's a lot of confusion on what metabolism is, so we're going to talk about that today and how metabolism can be altered and exactly what it means and what types of metabolic reactions we have in the body. So let's get started. Of course, share this information if you know anyone that is confused about this topic. And class is in session. All right, so metabolism. So what is it, right? It's a series of chemical reactions that gives our body the energy it needs to survive. So basically, it's really about energy, right? Energy is what helps our body function properly, right? And so there are a lot of different reactions in our bodies that it gives us energy. And metabolism is basically the heart of that, right? So it's also considered the rate in which our body processes nutrients. Nutrients meaning the macronutrients. It's fat, fiber, carbs. How our body takes that and transforms it into energy. And so sometimes it works really, really well, and sometimes it doesn't. There are ways to make sure your metabolism is functioning properly. But let's understand what the reactions are, right? The processes, right? Are reactions.
This is how my sister drinks water bottles.
You're right. I think you might be right about that. All right, so let's get into the reactions, the metabolic reaction, right? Which is the metabolism. Okay, so we have catabolic reaction, right? That is the breakdowns of our body, our muscle tissue, which also creates the energy for the anabolic reaction, right? And it's also considered the sympathetic stage of our nervous system, meaning it's our flight or fight reaction to our body. So it's usually when our body is under a lot of stress, and it's usually when we're exerting a lot of energy, right? So that's catabolic, right? We don't want to stay in a catabolic stage too long, because that's when muscle tissue starts to break down, and that's when you can start to plateau, and that's when things can go wrong with the metabolism. So I'll explain that in just a few moments. You'll understand it all together, right? Anabolic reactions, right? That's when the buildup, that's our repair, our restore and repair, right? That's when we use the energy, right? So we could do normal things, right? Just function properly, the energy that we stored up. And then it's also our parasympathetic stage, right? So that's our restore and repair, and digest, restore and repair, right? That's what that means. So we do this with diet and proper sleep and food and amino acids, BCAAs and proper protein and proper rest, right? That puts us in this anabolic stage, right? So let's get right into what alters metabolism, and then you can understand these a little bit better, right? So training over or under, overtraining, right? Overtraining. This is for people that train too hard and really thinking that they're doing the right thing for their body, not giving their body the proper rest. And then you're always in this breaking down stage, the catabolic stage, right? Because you're always breaking down muscle. You might not be repairing it enough. You might not be sleeping enough, right? And so your body starts to plateau because we're overtraining. So that could definitely cause other issues down the line, but we're just talking about metabolism down the line right now. So let's move on with that. Undertraining, obviously not exercising enough, not walking, not jogging, running, or just moving in general, right? If we're not exercising, that can create a low metabolic rate. Okay, diet, right? Overeating or undereating, right? So you can overeat and be lazy and sedentary, and of course you're going to slow your metabolism down because you're not exercising enough, right? To coincide with the calories that you're taking in. Yes, we want to eat calories, and that speeds the metabolism up in some cases, but if you're eating more than you're burning, then that's when you're going to start to gain weight. And of course, if you're undereating, we don't know where our body is getting the nutrients, and you're going to be starving yourself, and your body just adapts to that and not having enough calories. So your body's smart. Your body is going to work towards work with you. And so that's not necessarily a good thing in some cases if you're undereating. All right. So sleep, right? Not getting enough sleep, right? This is probably one of the worst things you can do. People take this for granted. They live busy lives. We're here in New York City, we're in Brooklyn, where people just like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and never really take the time for themselves. Don't even give themselves 7 hours sleep a night, which is really bad, right? Because then we're constantly in that catabolic state, right? Because we're not resting, we're not repairing, right? Which is anabolic, right? So sleep is really the anabolic stage, one of our most important ones. And of course, we're burning calories. We're burning metabolic rate can go up at night, especially if we're active, right? If we're sedentary, yeah, we're still only going to burn about a third of our body weight in calories per hour. But if we're active and we're doing exercise and HIIT training, then of course our metabolic rate is going to go up in the middle of the night. So, and the last one we have is food choices, right? So our body is like a temple. Think of it like that. Our body is an ecosystem. It works properly. All these moving parts and everything is there for a reason. It has its own function. But if you disrupt that and you start to just, chip away at the immune system and start to, create havoc by toxic foods and poisons and pesticides and non-organic food and high sugar and bad fats, you're going to affect everything in your body, not just the metabolic rate. But of course, one of those things is metabolism. So if you just replace all the things that should be organic, and you could see my video before with the Dirty Dozen, the top fruits and vegetables that should be organic. If you're going to buy any fruit, these are the ones that it should be. And of course, replace the bad fats with good ones like coconut oil, things like that. No pesticides, no toxins, really bad for the metabolism, really just bad for the body in general. And of course, your eating habits, you don't want to constantly eat all day because you're grazing, and that definitely highly affects your metabolism. You don't want to eat fast food, things like that. So think about that. Create a new norm for yourself. Think about what's going to work for you, and slowly work your way to that. And of course, you want to get these goals, then these are the changes you're going to have to make and what you're going to have to consider. And hopefully that helps. Thank you again for tuning in. My name is Charles Vassallo here at Nutrition 101. Look for me on Instagram as well. And of course, if you have any questions, please leave a comment below and I'll gladly answer it for you. And I'll make any videos. If you want to cover a topic, just let me know. And that's my son, Christian.
Ow.
He's here to join the party. He's such a good boy. Anyway, we're trying to all, as a family, trying to eat right and get healthy. So thank you for tuning in, and talk to you again real soon. Class dismissed. Yeah. Pound. Later. Avocado Fred. Not here this time.